ask me, but I will. Yes.
I did ask.
Okay. I was wondering, no one asked me to do anything. I was like, okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Tuesday, December 5th, 2023 regular meeting of the Walnut Creek City Council. I'm Cindy Silva, and I've had the honor to serve as mayor this last year, and for the next 92 minutes, I'm still mayor. And then when the stopwatch goes off, I'm done. So if you'd please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would the city clerk please take the roll call?
Councilmember Darling.
Here.
Councilmember Francois.
Here.
Councilmember Wilk.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Haskew.
Here.
Mayor Silva.
Here. The first item on our agenda is public communication for items not on our agenda this evening. Now, I'm going to explain how this is going to work. We will have two opportunities for public comment this evening. This one, which is for items not on the agenda, and then a little bit later, just before we go through the reorganization process, we will have an opportunity for public comment related to the reorganization process. So if you wish to speak to that, for example, beg Luella to serve for 5 years. That's when you'd make that comment. Oh, I love the shaking of the head in Ralph's in the front row. So this is public comment on items not on our agenda, and under state law, this item is open to, we are open to hearing items on not on our agenda, but we cannot comment on those items because they are not agendized. We will perhaps ask a question, but not necessarily so. We may refer the item to staff, or we may just thank you for your comments. We will allow up to 2 minutes per person and a maximum of 30 minutes at this point in the meeting for public comment. If the number of speakers in public comment for items not on the agenda exceeds the 30-minute allotment of time now, we will reopen public comment for items not on the agenda at the conclusion of our business this evening. I will call the names of the speakers for whom we've received cards, and please line up against the window wall in the order that I call your names. Chris Hunter, Pete Bennett, John Neff, and David Rangale. Is there anyone else that wishes to speak to us this evening on items not on the agenda? Please take your position at the end of the queue. Again, 2 minutes.
Hi, I'm Chris Hunter. I'm a resident that lives close to the near to the Red Gear pickleball courts. As your ambassador over the years, I've been here many times to update you on pickleball. In 2023, it's exploding and they're building courts everywhere. Remember that you were the first city in Northern California to have dedicated courts. I'm here representing many of your other residents and taxpayers that want pickleball. The court hours need to be extended and opened on Thursdays now that the darkness and rain affect play daily. Even if other courts are built, these courts are still going to need to stay in the park for the local residents that use that park that don't play tennis. On Thanksgiving, many of us would have gone to Red Gear to celebrate the holiday together before our family meals like others do and go to the gym and do. But no, we can't do that in Walnut Creek now. Do you know that there are new quiet paddles, 50% quieter on the market as we speak? I will have some of those by the next meeting that you have. There are new sound screens with new technologies too. Does your staff know there are better remedies than closing down a city amenity that we've all loved and used and paid for now for over 10 years? We never received or asked for city money for these courts, and we've just enjoyed them for all these years. Next year, you'll start hearing from many of the other pro pickleball residents. Please don't continue to be the Grinch city that stole our laughter in pickleball. Please rethink what this loss means to your many residents, and remember that you were the first city that had dedicated courts in Northern California. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Good evening, council. Everybody, my name is Pete Bennett. And unfortunately, my conversation with the council and the city and the police department's not very good. I've tried to get police reports for 45 years worth of stuff in this city and other cities. Can't get them. 10 years ago, my family was murdered in Utah. 5 of my family members were killed. And I announced here to the council that my girlfriend and daughter were the mom and the daughter in the Amber Alert. Over the last 15 years, 20 years, I've been beaten up, arrested, jailed. I've had my fingers broken, my nose broken, my eye socket fractured, my ribs broken, and I had a guy try to kill me in the Walnut Creek Public Library, drag me to the floor and nearly strangle me to death. Then I had a stroke and almost died. And the mom that saved my life, she died. There's a lot of people near me that have been taken out. Many. Too many, to be honest with you. My Christmas, I'm finally in a homeless shelter. I've been on the street for 13 to 14 years. I've had everything I own stolen from me. I had $1 million trust from my mother that was stolen by my brothers. It was a forgery. I got the copy from the attorney that did the trust. He said, sue them. I said, it's a forgery. He forged it. So my story's pretty bad, and for the rest of the people in the room here, just go to walnutcreekpolice.com, and I'll tell them part of my story. Go look at it. I've got enough people on that page to get your attention. I'm sorry that I have to come here like this and beg, but I'm not getting anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bennett. Next speaker, please.
My name is John Neff. I've lived in Walnut Creek for 43 years. I've been a homeowner for 35 of those years. In all that time, my interaction with the Walnut Creek Police has been minimal and positive. When a car crashed into my garage at 4 a.m., they were very prompt to respond, but it was 4 a.m. But in my neighborhood, police are non-existent. Recently, I noticed 8 police vehicles on Sierra Drive that turned out to be a misdemeanor warrant service, which also included a drone. Was that amount of manpower needed? Walnut Boulevard has become a major thoroughfare, and even with the radar speed limit indicators, I have not seen any changes. This is also a direct pathway to WCI. Well over a year ago, this stretch of road was to have speed cushions installed to slow down the constant flow of vehicles. After investigation, I found that these had been approved, but since the lowest bid is usually accepted, the vendor could be backlogged with no time frame for installations. Did we find them on Craigslist or out in front of Home Depot? I don't know. We organized a small group of longtime Walnut Creek residents to monitor the neighborhoods that the neighborhood is not overlooked by the Walnut Creek Police. We do not believe we should have to pay half a police officer's salary like Broadway Plaza does to at least give the appearance that someone is watching out for us and our children. I realize that crime is increasing in Walnut Creek and that the police are spread thin, but we all deserve their protection as residents and taxpayers of the city of Walnut Creek.
Mr. Neff,
Yes.
you've mentioned police service related to speeding and traffic and crime, but you've also mentioned the conditions of the roadways. I can refer you to the police chief, who is here, or I can refer you to the public works director, who is also here, or both. Who would you like to speak to?
Public Works Director.
Okay. She's pointing to the chief, but
Well, these other guys, they'll give you some more. They're my group.
all right, thank you. I'm going to refer you out into the lobby where she can meet with you. Next speaker, please.
Hello, council members. My name is David Rangale. I'm a retired Walnut Creek PD sergeant and a longtime Walnut Creek resident. What retired officer Mark Kahn is going to speak about requires leadership from the top. This is something our PD has not had in quite a long time. Our crime is off the hook. Our neighborhoods are being neglected as a result of your agenda to focus on downtown and make Walnut Creek a destination city. From the 1980s to the early 2010s, Walnut Creek PD was the envy of other Contra Costa law enforcement agencies. This was the place to be an officer. We were the most educated, the most proactive, and the most qualified and competent in the county. That is sadly no longer the case, nor has it been for quite a while. Walnut Creek PD needs to turn things around immediately. A cop's cop as a chief of police is essential, and we need that yesterday. The residents and taxpayers of Walnut Creek need an independent chief from you all who will run the PD with the mission at hand to serve and protect the residents and the visitors. Chief Knox is not that chief. For one, he is not vested in the community. He does not reside in Walnut Creek like other past chiefs and has other priorities, like changing the visuals of our patrol cars and the PD's letterhead. Our crime will only get worse until we get a cop's cop as a chief of police. You all have to take public safety seriously and make public safety the #1 issue for our city. Instead of a 70 million plus pool facility, staffing needs to be at 85 officers, working officers, and a cop's cop chief as the leader of those officers. Thank you for your time.
I know you've spoken with the chief numerous times. Would you like to speak to him in the lobby for a little bit of clarification on some of your remarks, or do you just want to let it go?
Oh, well, the chief and I have had, like you said, over an hour conversation, just like I've had like an over an hour conversation with Councilmember Wilk, all to no avail. I don't think they would really want to hear me out, but I'll be more than happy if they wanted me. I'll be outside if they want to talk to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Good evening, everybody. Mark Kahn. I am a 56-year resident here in the city, 20 years of which was as a police officer, and I'm here to ask the city to place an utmost priority to increase patrol staffing. Without the head count, you will not be able to actively search for those up to no good. I am aware of the patrol shifts working below minimums. That's not safe for anyone, nor does it allow for the officers to do much more than to respond to what is sent. I know the nighttime team has worked with as few as 3 officers and a sergeant. Do the math. Send 2 officers to an in-progress disturbance. That leaves 1 body and a sergeant. Do you realize that if an arrest is made, that officer may be off the street for several hours while transporting the in custody and booking? That does not include the report writing, which may be required before that officer leaves after a scheduled 12-hour shift. You want guns, fentanyl, people with warrants, unlicensed drivers off the street? They're not going to turn them in. You're going to have to take it from them. It's time to prevent crime. There was a time when we had the numbers and the time, and people knew it. Any officer will tell you traffic and pedestrian stops are the bread and butter to building cases. We are severely limited without full teams. We need to get the head count up and continually prepare for the future. Counting those coming out of the academy must be viewed in light of those that are not currently working due to injuries and are not on the street. I understand you can't hire over the allotted budgeted numbers, but it is inaccurate to say the patrol teams are fully staffed if there are bodies not able to work. People will continue to retire, get injured, and leave. You have to improve the situation. Staffing is critical.
Thank you. Does anyone else wish to speak to us this evening under public comment on items not on the agenda? Then we will move to the next item on the agenda, which is council member and staff announcements, reports on activities, or requests. Are there any closed session announcements, City Attorney?
There are no closed session announcements this evening.
City Manager, do you have any reports or comments you need to provide?
I do not have an update this evening, Mayor.
Right, and I have asked my council colleagues to be mindful of the evening, and if you have any items that are urgent that need reporting that the community would need to know between now and the business meeting on December 19th, I will invite you to make a report. Otherwise, we can wait until December 19th. Councilmember Darling.
The Christmas tree is lit in Civic Park. That's my announcement. People need to know that before the 19th.
Pretty obvious in the dark. Councilmember Francois?
I did attend the chamber meeting, but I can wait to give my report till the 19th.
Okay, great. Mayor Pro Tem?
Nothing.
Just a brief comment that does need to be made before December 19th, and that is that the Hanukkah menorah will be lit in Broadway Plaza this Sunday night. It'll be the 4th night, and happy Hanukkah.
Thank you for reminding us of that. And anything I had to say can wait until the 19th. So, next item on the agenda is the City Council reorganization. I will open it for public comment on this item if anyone is here and wishes to address us. And I see our county supervisor.
Well, and are you ready for me yet?
Yes, I am ready.
Well, good evening, everybody. It is always a pleasure to be here in Walnut Creek with all of you who serve so diligently on your city council. Each of you truly makes such a difference in our community and in the city of Walnut Creek. And tonight I'm here to specifically honor Cindy on her wonderful term as mayor of the city of Walnut Creek. It's a pleasure to work with Cindy on various issues, but she and I had the distinction of what we spend a lot of time, as we always joke, talking trash, because we serve on the Central Contra Costa Solid Waste Authority along with Matt Francois. And as we go through some very complicated franchise agreements, decisions about what we should be doing, I am so grateful that Cindy is on the committee and that she takes such a incredible deep dive on these issues and takes them so seriously. And I'm also just want to express my gratitude for your leadership on the state level. As the past president of the California cities, you have done so much to really articulate sound policy for cities and counties, working with CSAC, the California State Association of Counties, so that we can hopefully, with the state, get a balance in some issues that really affect us. So with that, it's my pleasure to present this to you this evening, and I would love to, if you want, come over there and present it to you, if you want to come here. And I'm going to rely on, will you be my photographer? Because I need a photo op with the mayor. It's not fun unless I have one. And if my phone would do this, that would be even better.
I know your password now.
I know. And so does my 4-year-old granddaughter, who does not hesitate to tell me. I know your password, Grandma.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Got it.
And again, thank you, Cindy, for all that
Staying
you
for
do.
a while, or do you have to be somewhere?
I have one other city I need to go to. I am sneaking out. Another city is having their reorganization this evening, so I'm headed south. Gratefully, Arinda is doing theirs next week, and so I only have 2 tonight. But it started 45 minutes ago. So Walnut Creek 1, I started here. So anyway, good to see you all. Thank you so much.
Supervisor Anderson, I'm going to give the audience a little brief preview of some words I was going to say in my speech, which is thank you to the County Board of Supervisors for all of the work in developing the Anyone, Anytime, Anywhere program. It is a fabulous program. It is going to make a true difference in this county on how we respond to those who are experiencing mental health crisis. And so thank you for being a true partner in that program and listening to us 3.5 years ago when Walnut Creek said we need help in this regard.
And I will thank you, all of you on the council, but Luella was mayor at the time too, for articulating so clearly what was needed. And so thank you for being in that partnership. And I'm sure in your remarks you will let the public know it is now 24/7, that it is available. And it's just remarkable that what was accomplished in the middle of COVID thanks to leaders like you. So thank you very much.
So thank you for the collaboration, and please join me in thanking the county. Next speaker.
Good evening, everyone, council members, and everyone here tonight. My name is Alejandra Sanchez. I am a district representative for Supervisor Ken Carlson, And I am here on his behalf to thank you all for the work that you do. And to the outgoing mayor, Cindy Silva, thank you for your service as mayor and for your positive impact you have made in Walnut Creek over this past year. To our incoming mayor, congratulations. And we look forward to continuing to foster our partnership and working together on issues that are important to the city of Walnut Creek and our community. We recently moved offices to Pleasant Hill, and so please come if you are in the neighborhood. We always have sweets that we can share with you. So thank you.
And
Yes,
they are
a lot of chocolate.
And they are some of the best. That bakery that's around the corner is
yes,
fabulous.
absolutely.
I'll be there Friday for the ABAG meeting.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much and for the kind words. Next speaker, please.
Hello, Council. Thank you for inviting us tonight. My name is Ella Copper, and I'm this year's chair of the Walnut Creek Youth Commission. I just wanted to take a second to thank Mayor Silva for all the work she's done this year. We had her a few months ago at one of our meetings, and she really came with open ears and answered all of our questions about the city and her involvement in it and just how she got involved with government in general. So, Mayor Silva, thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for always listening to us. And for soon-to-be Mayor Haskew, congratulations, and we hope to see you soon at one of our meetings.
Thank you. And we're so excited that some of you are here this evening. Can you ask your colleagues to rise? These are members, do we have 15 on the Youth Commission?
Yes, we do.
Youth Leadership Commission, and they actually come to our meetings sometimes and they're engaged. So thank you. I guess we're a lot more interesting than homework. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I see no one else that has stood up, so I'm going to close the public comment portion of this and go to the next portion of the meeting, which is remarks from the outgoing mayor, and I guess that's me. So I'm just going to start by saying I think we have many things to celebrate this evening, and most of these just wouldn't have been possible without the combined efforts of a great team. So I'll start my remarks with some well-deserved acknowledgments. First, my husband, Tom. The job of mayor requires significantly more time than one realizes, but while the mayor's work is time-consuming, I think it's hardest on the mayor's spouse. Tom, I realize having me be mayor isn't easy on you, so I truly appreciate the sacrifice you have again made this year. Just as you were in 2011, 2013, and 2019, you have been supportive, most of the time, and patient. You've sacrificed many evenings and weekends for official outings, including donning a tuxedo sometimes to support a worthwhile community cause. So thank you so very much. To my council colleagues, we are an unusual city council, and I can say that because I meet people from all over the state who are members of city councils. We can work together. We may not agree all the time with each other, but we are respectful, we are civil, we are a model of what we should be doing at the dais in terms of debating issues, listening to staff, and I truly respect all of you and thank you for the work that you do. Councilmember Wilk for your service, in particular on County Connection Board on our behalf. Mayor Pro Tem Haskew for your service on the Transportation Regional Committee and on Contra Costa Transportation Authority. Councilmember Francois for your work on the Recycle Smart Board. There's two of us, but trash takes a lot of effort.
It's a team effort.
And Cindy Darling for your work on Marin Clean Energy. It's just MCE. And there are many other boards and liaisons that we serve during the course of a year, such that I often describe to people that being on the city council is a 20-hour-a-week job, but at least half of that is spent on representing the community on regional boards and with liaisons, local organizations. So thank you for working with us together on these issues. Which brings me to the other members of our Walnut Creek family. As council members, we frequently receive feedback from the community, and we often hear that Walnut Creek is a great city. Hearing that kind of feedback makes you proud to be on the city council, but it's also humbling because we know that the real work, the real credit must go to our city staff. It's our city staff who work every day to make Walnut Creek, the community we all love and appreciate. So on behalf of the entire City Council, I want to thank our city team, which is led by our city manager, Dan Buckshire. Dan, you have one of the most difficult jobs imaginable. You work for 5 different bosses, all of whom have an opinion, and all of whom are strong-willed enough to get themselves elected. And you must translate our differing perspectives. I would say it's 5 differing perspectives, but sometimes by the end of the meeting, it looks like there have been 8 of us sitting up here. But you have to translate all of our perspectives into a clear course of action for the city. And I truly appreciate the integrity, professionalism, and expertise you bring to your job, as well as your commitment to our community, to our employees, and to your profession. As council members, we also know that our success depends on a small team in the city manager's office, and there are 3 people in particular I want to acknowledge. First, our city clerk, Susie Martinez, who keeps our agendas organized and official business running smoothly, and she also is responsible for handling all Public Record Act requests, which can be thousands of pages and thousands of pages and thousands of pages. Next is Nancy Sear, who serves as our interface in the city manager's office with the public, and she fields correspondence and manages scheduling details, and she does it with grace and attention to detail and courtesy when, we kind of go, where are we supposed to be? And then there's Betsy Burkhart, our communications and outreach manager. From interfacing with the media to preparing press statements, from orchestrating our Memorial Day and Veterans Day events, to helping us prepare presentations and speeches, Betsy makes us look great, and we couldn't do that without her. We also rely on our city attorney to keep us out of trouble. And I want to thank Steve Mattis and your team of city attorneys for your professional work for Walnut Creek. We are truly indebted to you, and it's been 10 years. So congratulations on your 10-year anniversary. To the other members of our executive team, thank you for your work, and I'll have a few more things to say about each of your departments over the course of the next few minutes. Finally, we have our former mayors, who I do want to acknowledge, and 2 of them are here with us this evening, former Mayor Kathy Hicks and former Mayor Gail Murray. Why did you say? I think I speak for all of us when we say our former mayors deserve a lot of the credit for what Walnut Creek is today. And the 5 of us are fortunate to be able to follow in their footsteps and to build on the legacy they have created. What we do here does not happen overnight. What they did set the framework, set the groundwork, and we're fortunate. And so thank you to all of them. There are about 15 or 16 who are still members of the community for what you have done. So let's talk about this past year. It's been an eventful year, and there are many people to thank and recognize. The year actually kicked off with a bang, quite literally, starting around Christmas last year, and over the course of several weeks, Walnut Creek received more than 20 inches of rain. Y'all remember that? The storms wreaked havoc on our roads, downed trees, caused major power outages, and flooded creek beds, storm drains, and ditches that were ordinarily dry. It took a superhuman effort to manage the impacts of these storms, and we owe a huge debt of gratitude to the men and women of the city's Public Works Department who worked 24 hours a day, 7 days a week during these storms. They cleared more than 24 fallen trees, monitored swollen creeks, unclogged storm drains, and responded to more than 160 storm-related calls. Plus, the crews provided 650 cubic yards of sand and 45,000 sandbags to support the community. And it's because of their tireless work that damage wasn't worse. So thank you again to our Public Works heroes and to our Director of Public Works, Heather Ballinger. Speaking of climate, the city has long been a leader in environmental action, going back to 1974 when local residents voted to purchase and preserve our open space hills. In 2012, the city adopted its first climate action plan, and within 8 years, we reduced by more than 15% the community's greenhouse gas emissions. Building on that work and led by our Public Works team, this summer we adopted a new sustainability action plan, which continues our work on climate resiliency and will help us reduce our greenhouse gas emissions such that we achieve net carbon neutrality by 2045. Among our recent actions, or ones that are easiest to describe, we've re-roofed city buildings with materials made of 75% recycled content or more. And the police department has added hybrid all-wheel drive vehicles to our clean energy fleet. These hybrid vehicles will reduce emissions and save money, all while still supporting the PD's work to keep the community safe. Now, in a community like Walnut Creek, property crime is the biggest challenge. And with the infusion of funds from last year's voter-approved Measure O, the department has been able to increase its staffing and better meet the property crime challenge. In particular, somebody's leaning against the, I love the dimming of the lights, you know. In particular, year-to-date comparisons with last year show that robberies, burglaries, and auto thefts are down significantly. I also want to commend PD for being one of the first police agencies in the United States to institute the ABLE program, which stands for Active Bystandership for Law Enforcement. The program helps create a culture where police may intervene with fellow officers to prevent misconduct, to reduce the likelihood of mistakes, and to promote officer health and wellness. This philosophy is particularly helpful when officers must work with those who are experiencing a mental health crisis, which often happens on our streets. Fortunately, and as I mentioned a few minutes ago, after more than 3 years of work and with the significant involvement of Walnut Creek, the county-wide effort to offer a non-law enforcement response to those experiencing a behavioral health challenge achieved a major milestone this year. As of December 1, last Friday, the program's crisis call center is now available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and is fully staffed by trained professionals. The A3 program, which stands for Anyone, Anytime, Anywhere, expects to help some 4,500 people in Contra Costa this year. And we truly can't thank our county supervisors enough for listening to us 3.5 years ago and for agreeing to invest in and build the A3 program. And I do want to acknowledge that our city manager, Dan Buckshire, and our police department were actively involved in this county-wide effort, so thank you. Now, after months of work, and under the leadership of our community development team, the city recently completed and received certification of its updated housing element. The housing plan clearly affirms our commitment to make Walnut Creek a welcoming community that offers housing of all types and for all income levels. And the plan aligns with our sustainability goals by targeting the location of new housing primarily near transit and downtown services, like the Waymark Apartments, which opened mid-year at the downtown BART station. The housing plan also focuses on actions to improve housing affordability and address homelessness, including affordable housing projects on underused church properties, like the back portion of the parking lot at Grace Presbyterian Church, where a 6-unit tiny home project is under construction. These projects are important for our community because, believe it or not, 1 in 5 Walnut Creek households spend more than 50% of their gross monthly income on housing. I want to thank our Planning Commission, the nonprofit Trinity Center, and the Walnut Creek Homeless Task Force for their advocacy and leadership on housing. This work is just one way we've been making Walnut Creek a more welcoming community. In April, the Community-Based Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Task Force brought its recommendation to the City Council, and I want to thank the 15-member task force for its comprehensive work, including its suggestions for community events that celebrate diversity. The Lesher Center hosted our first such event this past June. Fiesta Cultural was a week-long festival that celebrated Latin American arts and culture and culminated with an all-day street fair attended by some 7,000 people. We look forward to next year's festival, which is again slated for June. Fiesta Cultural was just one of many new productions this year from the Lesher Center, all part of the Lesher Center's strategic plan. Performance highlights in 2023 included the Peking Acrobats and 5-time Grammy-winning jazz vocalist Diane Reeves. So there's a big round of applause, quietly, to our Arts and Recreation team and to our nonprofit partner, the Diablo Regional Arts Association, for their tireless work to sustain our position as a regional destination for the arts and to ensure the arts continue to be a vital part of our local economy. Speaking of the local economy, economic recovery, particularly since the pandemic, continued to be a focus this year, and I want to thank our economic development team, led by Terry Kilgore, Assistant City Manager, and the local business community, including downtown Walnut Creek and the Chamber of Commerce, for coming together on a strategic framework for sustaining and growing our local economy. One note that we noticed, outdoor dining was very popular during the pandemic and is a very visible symbol of our local economy. So there is good news. This past year, we finalized permanent guidelines for outdoor dining, and we're confident that once East Bay Municipal Utility District, in other words, the water company, and the sanitary district get done improving the infrastructure under Locust Street, that outdoor downtown dining will be back. Walnut Creek isn't just a regional hub for commerce and healthcare. We're also a regional center for recreation. And the Heather Farm Aquatics and Community Center were top of mind this year, and we made great progress on the work to replace these 50-year-old, well-used facilities. We finalized their location within the park. We selected the project managers and specialized engineers we need for the team, and after evaluating 9 detailed proposals, we selected the architects. This will be the city's largest capital project ever, and I want to commend our Recreation Division and the Public Works Department with the support of the Community Development Department, and particularly the Engineering Division for co-leading this work. And it's not their only jobs. In addition to their daily work, the Rec Department and the Public Works Department are co-leading projects to improve the ball fields and lighting at Heather Farm Park and Tice Valley Park. I also want to thank our Parks, Recreation, and Open Space Commission for its continued guidance on these projects and others. And for the fundraising support, I want to thank the Walnut Creek Soccer Club and the aquatics teams. The majority of the money for these capital projects, as well as the funds for many program enhancements, including 5 additional police officers, come from Measure O, which was approved by local voters last November. And these funds are truly making a difference in the community. It's important to note that to meet our commitment to the community, we are being very careful in how we account for the Measure O funds, and I want to acknowledge our administrative services team, led by Kristen Lacasse, for its work this past year to provide the financial forecasts that enabled us to plan how to use the Measure O monies. The administrative services team did this work while also, in their spare time, leading the development of our 2-year operating budget, our 2-year capital budget, and our 10-year fiscal forecast. The bottom line for 2023 and the coming years, while we are not wealthy, our fiscal outlook is healthy, and our budgets are aligned with the community's priorities. In closing, I want to thank all of you who give so much to make Walnut Creek the place we love. Your partnerships with the city, whether you work on libraries or sustainability, whether you work on homeless services or business issues, these partnerships are truly what make our community the place we are happy to call home. Your individual efforts are truly an inspiration and truly make this job a pleasure. It has been an honor to again serve as mayor, and I thank you so much for the honor.
I should probably turn on my microphone. You may have noticed, although it's not a big difference, I stood up, and there's a reason for it. As is our tradition, the outgoing mayor gets a memorial present. So please enjoy opening it and seeing what it might be.
Oh, it looks like some chocolates. A bobblehead that looks strangely like me. That's a little scary. A bottle of something to enjoy, and it looks like a plaque. Or, no, it looks like a drawing.
You want some help? I'll hold it so it doesn't fall.
Okay, this was
Serious.
I'm glad my hair's short and I've never had to really use it. Let's see if let's just rip it.
There we go.
Oh, this is, okay. All right, and I'll leave it up here so you all can come see it, or I'll bring it out to the party. It is a street map that has been cut in the shape of mountains. And the mountains are in the foreground and in the background, and then there's a gavel in it. Thank you so much. This is fabulous. I will enjoy this every day. Great, I can't.
You put that. Let me put it. I got it. I got it.
Oh, you got it.
I like the burlap.
The next item on the agenda is the selection of our new mayor. And it is my great honor to open the floor for nominations and to be able to place the name of my very good friend and Mayor Pro Tem Luella Haskew in nomination. It has been an honor to serve with you for 11 years. And to be able to serve with you as mayor in your 12th year as city council will be an additional honor. And so it is my pleasure to be able to nominate you.
Thank you.
And it would be my pleasure to second that nomination. I look forward to working closely with you. I look forward to having meetings at noon instead of morning because we do not share that early morning genetics. And I look forward to working with somebody who can laugh as easily as you do. So I would be happy to second your nomination.
Thank you.
So we have a motion and a second for Luella Haskew for mayor. Would you please take the roll call vote?
Mayor Silva.
Aye.
Councilmember Darling.
Aye.
Councilmember Francois.
Aye.
Councilmember Wilk.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Haskew.
Wow. Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
I declare you mayor, and I undeclare myself mayor.
Are we on schedule?
We're ahead of time. I want my time back.
Okay. It is my honor to organize the selection of the mayor pro tem for this year. Does anybody wish to make a nomination? Matt?
I do, Mayor. I wish to nominate my good friend and colleague Cindy Darling, who I've known since we served on the Planning Commission in 2010 and have found always to just be a thoughtful, insightful, and natural-born leader and consensus builder. So I'm not sure that I actually nominated her yet, but I will formally nominate Cindy Darling to be Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you. And a second, please.
And I'm happy to formally second that nomination. I look forward to continuing to work with Cindy and as Mayor Pro Tem for the next year. Looking forward to that, both for you as mayor and with Mayor Pro Tem Darling.
Good. Thank you very much. With that, may I have a roll call vote?
Councilmember Francois.
Aye.
Councilmember Wilk.
Aye.
Councilmember Darling.
Yeah.
Councilmember Silva.
Aye.
Mayor Haskew.
Of course. Yeah.
Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you. All right. For those of you that have been patiently sitting, the last item on. We haven't done our jobs yet, but it's good to get boosted. Okay. Anyhow, my last thing is to give, the last thing on the agenda is to give my speech. So first of all, I want to thank Cindy And I want to thank Cindy for the nomination and second. I want to thank the whole council. I echo what the former mayor has said, that we work together really, really well. Don't always agree, but we work together really, really well. And I saved the best for last to thank you. It is my spouse, Ralph Haskew, who is sitting here in the loud Hawaiian shirt. It goes with his red hair. Cindy's already explained all the things that go into being the spouse of the mayor, and he's had it 2 times, and I'm not sure looking forward to the 3rd time, but he'll be there no matter what. The first time I assumed the role of mayor was in 2015. I proposed a slogan for the coming year. That slogan was Walnut Creek Works. The year started with a split council. There were challenging staff issues, including the loss of a police chief and a wonderfully skilled city manager. Our city attorney left us to practice law at a private firm. Still, we rolled up our sleeves, focused on completing a huge backlog of council priorities, and dealt with the background conflicts. We celebrated what we accomplished. It turns out Walnut Creek really did work. The second time I took on the responsibilities of mayor, my slogan was, Walnut Creek Works Together. The year started out with such a rosy outlook. The council didn't always agree yet again, but the members did work well together. Our police chief at the time was recognized statewide for his skills and his sense of humor. We had a fantastic city manager who fit the city's needs like a glove. Our city attorney continued to give advice that kept us on the straight and narrow. There was even a likelihood at the beginning of the year that by the end of the fiscal year, there would be a budget surplus. And then there was COVID. And then there was the lockdown, bringing businesses and schools and just about everything to a complete halt. And then there was the budget surplus that became a budget loss. And then there were protests triggered by the murder of George Floyd. And then there were riots. And then we had to learn Zoom. But by the end of the year, with a little help from the federal government, Walnut Creek worked together and was well on our way to recovery. Now it's the 3rd time that I'll answer to being called Mayor Haskew. What to do about a slogan? There are some possibilities. Walnut Creek conquers challenges. Walnut Creek succeeds. Walnut Creek shows other cities how. Walnut Creek gets things done. Walnut Creek, the welcoming community. Walnut Creek respects the past and looks forward to the future. There are already challenges facing the council and the city staff. I know by the end of the year, there will be even more difficult tasks, disputes, and ultimately questions. We have a strong council, a fantastic staff dedicated to giving the best service possible, and a uniquely resilient community. The good news is all of those slogans work. It is with courage that I take on the job of mayor. The city has my commitment to do the very best I can to guide it through the good and the bad times this coming year. I know the spirit of Walnut Creek will come together through all the issues, even better, even stronger, and more together. Done. And now it is my delight to announce that there is a reception in the lobby, and this meeting is adjourned.
Before we adjourn, can we just have quick comments for the former mayor? We went so quickly by it, we didn't even get a chance for that. So,
Okay, go.
think of 5 seconds back.
There are many of us in the audience.
Well, I guess we could talk about almost any of us here. But for you specifically, Cindy, my friend and colleague, and I appreciate the work that you do. We all know how challenging it is to be mayor and be front and center for some of these issues that we're dealing with. And Mayor Pro Tem Darling will find that out as well. We deal with challenges that I think former city councils and mayors didn't deal with previously, which were tended to be more focused on city issues, and we have more and more issues that are coming at us from all corners of the country and even globally now. And it's hard, it can be hard to challenge and challenging to manage that, and you do that well, and I appreciate that. And as you said, we don't always agree on everything, and I think that's a healthy council, but we all are respectful, and anybody that's seen votes that have been 4-1 or 3-2, the next agenda item, we're talking, and it's a clean slate, and we're conversing just as friendly colleagues again, and I appreciate that, and thank you for your service.
I'd like to echo Councilmember Wilkes' comments about former Mayor Silva, colleague, Councilmember Silva. You know, I think if I had to sum up Cindy in kind of one phrase, it's that she walks the walk. And it's not literally she walks the walk, because I saw her this morning walking downtown, as she does almost every morning. But she does that with everything that she takes on. She did it with the council position. She did it as League of California Cities. She does it on Recycle Smart, in that she's always prepared for every task and is always coming in with the goal of what can I do to make this community a better place. And so I appreciate your dedication and commitment, and we've all benefited from your experience, kind of your historical experience of why we did certain things over the years and how we got to the place we are now, but also the thoughtful way that you organize us and organized us over the last year in terms of some of the votes we had to make. And I appreciated the thought that went into all those decisions that you made. And so thank you. I too thank you for your service.
And lastly, I just want to say thanks. Cindy is a model of the most hardworking mayor probably in the entire state, I think. World. There is no issue where she doesn't recall some decision that was made 10 years ago that has bearing on what's happening today. There's places where she understands something probably a little bit better than some of the staff that are working on it. And she cares deeply about the city and really works her little hind end off to make sure that we all have everything that we need. And I really appreciate the amount of time that she spent with me as I joined council, helping me to understand what the job is and grow into the job. And she's part of the reason that this council works well together. So thank you.
Okay, it's up to me to wrap this up. And it's hard because we've put in a number of years together. My favorite story about Cindy is when I first approached her when I thought about running for council and asked her if I should run. She said no. And and then I think she rues the decision now. And then when it looked like I was the most decent of the possible candidates, she threw her whole spirit in getting me elected. But for Cindy, I wouldn't be here. And so, you know.
Don't listen to her, Ralph.
And we have, over a period of years, developed this incredibly deep friendship and respect for one another. And she makes me a better person, and she also makes me a little stronger than I might have been otherwise. And so I owe you a great deal, and I'm going to cry if I continue, so I'm going to stop. And now I'm going to say, there's a party in the hall, the meeting's adjourned.